the piece.
Wait a minute. Go! Go!
Let's go! Let's go! Home run, let's get it.
Yes!
Get him up out Welcome, home run. In a tip, in it. Let's go, throw your hats up. Look what Pinky got it. They double teaming Trey. Give it to Dre. Give it to Jonte. Pass it over to Bogey. Bogey driving. Give it to Dre. Give it to Trey. Shoot the three. Bang! Let's go, man. Stop playing. He did not put Ritter in.
I'm done. Oh, this mother just put Ritter in? For what? Why would you put Ritter in right now? He know his job is done.
There's nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Oh
Let's go. Go, dog. Go, dogs. Go, dogs. Sickle.
Now you gonna make me chomp. Now you gonna make me chomp.
We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda, what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Larry. That's a strike. All right, and this is DIXON Way, all about the A Sports Talk, where we give you live commentary on all our favorite sports teams. From the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, the Dream, the Bulldogs, and my wife Gators. Game number 2, Dodgers versus Braves. But I'd be remiss not to say RIP to, Bobby Cox, the skipper, the GOAT for our organization. Best manager, one of the probably top 3 manager of all of baseball. Definitely Braves best manager. Something they said on the broadcast, they were like, Hank Aaron and Bobby Cox are the 2 greatest Braves of all time. I 100% agree. Not even in doubt. Here's one to pitch. And that ball hit by Dubon up the center field. Let's go. We got to win this for Bobby. We got to win this one for Bobby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Talk in the chat. Let's go. I know it's too early. If I'm the Braves, I'll get a number 6 patch on the arm. On the other arm. We got a quick creep, sponsorship. We understand that. But Bobby number need to be on everybody's jersey this year. Here's one to pitch. Just like when Hank passed. And they dedicated the field to him. And they had Hank number on their jersey also. Strike. Good pitch on the outside corner. All right, Blake Snell up the pitch. One of the best pitchers in all the league. Dodgers just bound. Here's the one pitch. Those are some ugly City Connects. They are quite ugly. Here's one pitch. That ball way too low. All right, Mike Geiger in the building, Floyd in the building, DJ in the building, Daniel Berry in the building, Money Checkup in the building. What's going on, guys? All y'all get this sound. Let's get it. 2-1 account right now with Drake Baldwin. Here's one to pitch. Check swing. Ball up by the face, but he went. He definitely went. Here's the one in the pitch. Nope. 3-2 the count. That ball outside. Get out by Drake. Here's the one to pitch. Walk it out. Let's go. Drake Baldwin induce the walk. All right. Yeah, I saw that Steve Kerr re-signed for 2 years. Does that coincide with Steph last year on his contract? I think it does, but I ain't sure. Curveball miss. I like having DeBond start first. Let Drake have somebody on base. We got 2 runners on with no outs. Here's one to pitch and fight that off. That was a ball though, but whatever. 1-1 is the count. Let's go, Ozzie. We're off to see the Wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Let's go, Ozzie. Here's the one to pitch. Oh man, why you swinging that though? Low and away. I almost hit the ground. How low and away it was. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's awesome. Somebody got a Bobby Cox jersey on. That's awesome. Number 6. Here's the one to pitch. That high fastball, way to dip back. Trying to make him check swing like Drake Baldwin did and fall into a strike. Here's the one to pitch. That ball, a little scribbler. That might everybody safe. Yes, everyone's safe. What a hit by Ozzie Albies. It's just a bases loaded with no outs. Yes, we will be streaming the early game. We'll be doing something later. With Shonda. Yep. Please hit the like button. Smizzy in the building. What's up, Smizzy? I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, that's Snell. Yeah, that's Snell. Bases loaded with no outs. Come on. Matteo at the bat. Here's one to pitch. That's a ball. Trying to frame it. Ain't no framing that. 1-0's count. Matt Olson got 9 grand slams in his career with bases loaded. Let's make this number 10. Here's a one to pitch. Strike at the top of the strike zone. That's a good pitch. Yeah, those City Connects suck. They really do. Here's the one to pitch. Fouled that off. That was ball 2. But it's called strike because it's a foul off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's refresh this again. Here's the one to pitch. That ball way too low. He really ain't thrown him a strike except for 1. He's throwing 1 strike in this sequence. 2-2 to count. He's throwing 1 strike in this sequence right now. You got to be careful. He know the history. Here's the one to pitch. That was a ball. A slider outside. Curry got 1 more year. Isn't there a team option or a player option after that year? I'm pretty sure it is. It's next year and then the following year. That's what I thought it was. But either way, if it's just 1 year, he might see Curry retire or whatever. Here's one to pitch. Swing at a miss. Oh, my goodness. And he kept swinging at that slider that was off the strike zone. Filthy slider. The fool Matt Olson like that. He never threw a strike. He threw 1 strike. Oh, it didn't matter. Not bad. That was a strike, too. My bad. Whether he swung at it or not, that was going to be a strike 3. Okay. Great pitch by Snell. My apologies. All right. Austin Riley up. Bases loaded with 1 out. Here's one to pitch. And that ball hit right there to third base. That's one. You ain't getting two. Braves got the lead. Let's go. Let's go. Chops in the check. Great job by Austin Riley hitting that thing to the third base side, so they had no chance. Let's go. Beer and Skull in the chat. Let's get it. Beer and Skull in the chat. Let's go. Stone Cold Austin Riley. Yes, sir. Here's one to pitch. Money Mike coming. Call strike. Might have challenged that, but that's all right. Let's go, Money Mike. Money Mike been on a heater. Was 4 for 4 for last night. He's been on absolute heater. Here's one to pitch. Swing at a miss. That slider is getting it's fooling them guys. It's looking like the high fastball. 0-2 the count. Man, we got to come away with more than just one run. All right, come on, Money Mike. You got this, bro. Money Mike done climbed this average all the way up to 319. Here's the one to pitch. And swing and a miss. He gone. I knew that low and away slider was coming. Lee. Well, at least we scored and didn't. But again, guys, that's an issue. That's a problem that we're getting guys on but not moving them around. We got to be able to do that regardless of what team we face it. We got to be able to do that. We got to be able to move these runners around. But at least we got the lead. But a one-run lead against the Dodgers ain't nothing. We saw that yesterday. Because we scored first. We only scored 1 point. 1 run. Yeah, we got to win this for Bobby right here, man. There's no excuse. We got to win this for Bobby. Zero excuse not to win this game. Zero. Yeah. 1 is not 0. You're right about that, monkey business. But you know we're going to need more against the Dodgers, man. You already know. They know we're potentially their biggest competition to make the World Series, so let's get it. They don't want to slack up against us. And nor do we. What's up, Breezy? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. I see you. You know that sounded for you. Welcome back to the stream. All right, Shohei coming up. Shohei Ohtani. Yep. R.I.P. to Bobby. Yeah, they got to win this for Bobby, for real, for real. Let's go, Spence. Let's go, Spence. Yeah, Ted and Bobby passing in the same week. That is crazy. Here's the one to pitch. Strike at the top of the strike zone. I dare you to challenge it, Shohei. I dare you. Great pitch. 97 mile per hour. Let's go, Spence. Love to see that. Here's the one to pitch. That ball way too high. Here's the one to pitch. That ball way too low. Here's the one to pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right past him, 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Great pitch by Spencer Strider. Let's go, Spence. Here's one to pitch. Let's go. Go sit down, Shohei. Struck him out. Let's go. Let's go, Spence. Yes, sir. That's the fastball I remember, 97 mile per hour. And that's the little hop and skip he do after he struck him out. Appreciate that chair to chat. Here's the one to pitch. Freddie up the bat. Freddie batting 278 on the season. 4 home runs. His fourth was yesterday, yeah, with 20 RBIs with OPS of 786. Here's the one to pitch. That ball uppercutted. And Money Mike coming underneath it. Move out the way, Mateo. Yeah. That's out number 2. Let's go. 2. Yeah, we had bases loaded. But that was bases loaded with 1 out. That time we had bases loaded with no outs. Nonchalant. What's up, Nonchalant? Welcome back to the stream. I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Here's the one to pitch. That ball right at the knees. Missed it. Here's the one to pitch. Another one peppering in the same location. Missed it, though. 2-0 to count. Will Smith up. Professional hitter. Catcher extraordinaire. Ain't better than my catcher, though. Here's the one to pitch. That ball hit over to left field, and that's a single. DeBond throws it to second base. All right, so there's a hit. No chance for a no-hitter. Georgia Dawg said, Larry, once our reinforcements come back, it's all over. I hope so. What's up, Breezy? Oh, that's a great picture of Bobby right there. That is a great picture of Bobby. AB, Arthur Blank? Go ahead, shoot. Here's the one to pitch. Chase swing, fouled off. On 1 account. Bobby Cox got the 4th most all-time wins. World Series, 95. First ballot Hall of Famer in 2014. Led the Braves to 14 straight divisional titles. That feat will never be repeated, never beaten. Even though the Dodgers is getting close, aren't they? The Dodgers on 8 years or 9 years, they're getting close. Actually. What's up, Lenny? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. Now, I really need San Diego or somebody to win the division. They do not need to take Bobby and that Braves team out of the record book. I already don't. Yeah, I can't. But the Dodgers, I think they are on like a 7 or 8 season run. You saw Arthur Blank on TikTok saying he going in the Hall of Fame in 2027. Here's the one to pitch. Oh, man, I ain't heard about that. He put himself in his own ring of honor. Maybe he can pay for Hall of Fame too. I don't know. We ain't won enough for him to be in the Hall of Fame. 2-2 to count. Swing and a miss. Go sit down. Strikeout number 2. Spencer Strider. Looking good. All right, Braves winning 1-0. Going to the top half. Oh, you talking about Antonio Brown. I think with the antics, Antonio Brown ain't gonna get in there until he passes. He has the numbers to do it. He has the numbers to get in there. But his antics, I'll probably keep him out while he's alive. I mean, if they kept T.O. out just out of spite for first ballot, then I doubt AB get in anytime soon. Like AB might be very old before he get in. My bad. When I see AB, I think Arthur Blank. I don't think about Antonio Brown. All right, so that's a good first inning. Let's see if we can rack up some runs. Let's give Spencer Strider a comfy lead. Let's give him a 3 or 4 run lead. Oh, they're gonna retire his jersey once. That's funny. Once Mike Tomlin leaves being a coach, they'll go honor him. That's between Julio and Arthur Blank. Obviously, some words were said between Julio and Arthur Blank. Julio would never be officially a part of this organization. Period. He's done with that. He will never be a part of this organization. He said he loved the fans. He loved all his teammates. Here's one in the pitch. When he retired, when he was talking in the car, he didn't name the Atlanta Falcons by name. He did Tampa Bay. Where else did he go? Eagles, Tennessee. He said every team by name, but when he got to the Falcons, he named the players on the Falcons. All my teammates, Matt Ryan and Roddy White, Harry, Tony G. Oh, he named all his teammates, but he never said the Atlanta Falcons. All right, one of those account. Here's the one in the pitch. That's a strike. Caught him looking. Sean Murphy at the bat, batting 167 on the season. That's all right. It's early. I ain't stressing that. Let's go, Murphy. Here's the one in the pitch. And he's out of there. That curveball, he was fooled on that curveball. He really ain't got his good stuff, but we're definitely fishing for some reason. Yeah, Julio got beef with Arthur Blank. So, of course he is. That's why we'll never be rid of the wrestlers. Mm-hmm. Here's one the pitch. Swing and a miss. Eli White up the bat. Kool-Aid's favorite player. What up, Kool-Aid? My bad. My bad, Kool-Aid. Appreciate you coming in as always, fam. Let's see what Eli White can do. Here's one to pitch. That ball too low. 2-2 to count. Here's one to pitch. And that ball uppercutted, chopped in the ground. Eli White gonna beat it out. Yes, he did. Great infield hit. So we've had 2 infield hits tonight. Love to see it. Let's go. Went out, run ass first base. Let's get it, man. Manager of the year right there, Walt Weiss. Ain't even a question right now in the first 40 games of the season. This is game number 40 right here, guys. Here's one to pitch. Swing and a miss. Mateo at the bat. Mateo really hard to get also. Hard to double up. All right, let's go, Mateo. 0-2 to count. They'll book up Eli. Here's the one to pitch. That ball way outside. Good eye. There you go, Mateo. Lock in. Here's one to pitch. That ball way too low. Did it hit him? No, it did not. 2-2 to count. Come on, Braves. He is fast. Kool-Aid. Here's one to pitch. And that ball hit down third base line. Foul ball. Good job by the ball boy. Double zeros. Morgatron Prime, what's up, fam? Appreciate you coming through. Thank you for the highlight. The update.
Prime says,
here's one to pitch. That
Green
ball
down
look
by 8,
going, might squirt in. Yes. Yes. Great job. Let's go, man. The Lynx are a playoff contender, man. They are. They're a great organization. So I knew that was going to be a hard game. Georgia Dog said he can't forgive Mateo Way. He just got a hit. Hopes you can forgive him now. Here's one to pitch. And Dubon thought about bunting to move the run over. Here's the one to pitch. That ball way too low. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. All right, they're going out. Will Smith going out to talk to Snell. Snell at the 41 pitches, top half of the second inning. Love to see this. We need to get this dude out of here. He's a premier pitcher. Get Snell the heck up out of here so we can get to the bully. We got to capitalize on this, man. When this dude give up base hits, we got to capitalize, man. All right, and Dubon hit that center field, but it's a lazy pop-up. Dang it. It was a lazy pop-up. All right, now we got to get a base hit. But guess who's up? Drake the Rake. Let's go, Drake. All right, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Come on, Drake. I need it. Here's one to pitch. That ball too far up. Do it for Bobby. Let's go. Here's one to pitch. Nope. That ball way too low. Good eye. 2-0 to count. He went back and looked at the footage and was like, "Oh, I was swinging that garbage. Okay, my bad. Won't do that no more." Here's the one to pitch. That ball way too low. Also 3-0 to count. 3-0 to count. Let's go, Drake. That's a strike right there, right down the middle. 96 mile per hour. I would have been taken also. I ain't gonna lie. 100% taken on that pitch. Here's the one to pitch. Yes, sir. Walk it out. Drake Baldwin inducing the walk. Let's go. Ozzie Albies up the bat with bases loaded. Let's go, Ozzie. You got this. Come on. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. 2 bases loaded situations. What the Braves gonna do with it? What you gonna do about it? Here's one to pitch. Swing and a miss at ball 1. Come on, man. Snell looks shaky right now, guys. He looks real shaky. Don't get yourself out. This is second game versus LA. We lost last night 3-1. Here's the one to pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to count. Quickly in the hole is Ozzie Albies. Now got to be in defense mode. Call timeout. Does this. Good pitch. Three dirty. What's going on, fam? Here's the one to pitch. And Ozzie Albies, excuse me, down the line. Let's go. Excuse me. Yeah, y'all did it. We gonna luck up and do it. 3-0. Let's go. Let's go. Ozzie hitting too good. You know what? I do want to see Ozzie with the leadoff, but you know what? That's what happened to us last night. Excuse me. Oops. I'm reaching and got a hit. Hey, whatever. 3-0. Let's go. Braves, let's go. We got 2 out of it. Let's be greedy. Here's one to pitch. Matty O up the bat. Let's go. Come on, Braves. Come on, Braves. Do it for Bobby. Two out shenanigans ensuing. Let's go. Here's the wind in the pitch. Whoa, almost hit a man. Let's go. Come on, man. Runners advance. He up there being nonchalant. It's runners on base. Let's go. Runners in scoring position. Runner at first and second base. A single gonna score both men. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on, Braves. Chops in the chat. Let's go. Come on. Chops in the chat. Let's get it. Here's the wind in the pitch. Oh, no, that was the last pitch. My bad. Will Smith all nonchalant like nobody was on base. People took off. Pew. Here's the wind in the pitch. Yes, sir! Hit it in the gap. Bases gone clear. Let's go. Let's go, Matty O. Matty O, let's go. MVP's in the chat. MVP's in the chat.
Let him cook. I'm coming in. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let
Come in hot, boy. Yeah. Braves, let's go, man. Come on, win for Bobby. Let's go. Yes, sir. Look. Let's go. Strike. It's 5-0 just like that. Let's go. MVP's in the chat. MVP's in the chat. Let's go. Matty O. MVP's in the chat. Let's go. Here's a wind the pitch. Stone Cold Austin Riley up the bat. Come on, Stone Cold. Let's go. Jay Black, what up, fam? Welcome back to the stream. I see.
ATL says, MVP, let's go, Matty-O.
Matty O, let's go. 1-1 is the count. Let's go, Stone Cold.
Atacolate Drinkers
Swing and a
3842
miss.
says, Eli scored. Eli vibes.
Let's go, let's go. All right, guys, we scored 5 runs. Hey, we ain't put that away.
Soccer7 says.
Let's go.
Action in the bullpen.
Already, let's get
Nonchalant Juice 3359 says. Hey Larry. Are the Braves uniforms the same as what's showing on the screen?
Nah. I don't know what's going on with the pants on the screen. They got on all gray.
Drinkers 3842 says.
Yes, Matt Olson stole a base. Today. No bummer today, please not. No bummer today. I don't know what's going on with the trousers. Matty O with a stolen base. 2-2 to count. This Walt Weiss. Here's one to pitch. And Austin Riley hit it down the line. Got to throw it and got in. Great hustle by Austin Riley, but could not beat out that throw. Good defense by Max Muncy. But the Braves got 5 and the Dodgers got 0. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yes, I did. Exactly. Yes, I did, Georgia Dog. Get that man some support so he can get comfortable in the groove. Mike Geiger said, okay, Spencer Strider, you got the lead. Now keep it. Facts on, for real, for real. It's a lot of game, though, man. This Dodger offense is quite potent. So, yeah. There's that. But, yeah, great job. Great job by the Braves capitalizing on that bases loaded situation that time. Did not in the first inning, did in the second inning. And we are crushing the vaunted Blake Snell. A pitcher I want us to go get, actually, in 23. Yeah, Spencer Strider is pitching Kool-Aid. Yes, correct. He looked good in the first inning. Let's continue that. Struck out Shohei and struck out Will Smith. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. I see you. Guys, make sure you check out the Birdcage LLC. Also, make sure you check out Kool-Aid channel. The Crime Dog. The Crime Dog, Fred McGriff. Man, one of the best swings in Braves history. Bobby. Yeah. Here's the one to pitch. High fastball, 96 mile per hour. Riding up. That's a ball. One of those to count. Page is coming up the at bat. Here's the one to pitch. Mogatron Prime said the Dream down by 3. Let's go.
Mogatron Prime says Dream down by 3.
Get him, Dream. Come back on the road because it's in Minnesota. It was in Minnesota. Let's throw some more salt on the wound. Here's one to pitch. Swing and a miss. Spencer Strider. That Strider slider is back. That Strider slider starting to bite like it did before. Uh-oh. Y'all in trouble. Here's the one in the pitch. Ooh, 97 mile per hour fastball. Love to see it. Spence got his heater back. Sale somewhere punching the air. Southside facts. He needed some kind of run. That's all right, man. It be like that. Here's the one to pitch. And that ball. Hell, Maddox used to do the same thing. Glavin used to always get the run support. Man, Maddox be getting two runs. Maddox said, I turned wine out of water, bro. I'm good. You got me 2 runs, the game's over. You get Maddox 2. Man, Maddox the best pitcher I've ever seen. You get Maddox 2 runs, it's a wrap. Forget it. Forget it. The professor. All right, 1-2 is the count. Here's the one in the pitch. Woo! Strider, slider. Oh, that's a curveball. Let's go. Go sit down. That was beautiful. Oh, yeah. That was beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful, it's true. All-time wins, Bobby Cox is third all-time. Joe Torre is behind him, so suck it, Yankee fans. Suck it. Here's one the pitch. Strike. Filthy curveball right there by Spencer Strider. Max Muncy is up. You say he was a light-skinned Bob Gibson? Nah, Bob Gibson was built like a pitcher. That dude right there was just on his own, man. That dude right there, man, like Bob Gibson, yeah, they're probably the two best pitchers. I haven't even seen video of Satchel Paige, so I can't judge. Here's one to pitch. Just on videos I've seen of Gibson. Like, that's the only person that came close to Maddox to me. All right, 1-2 is the count. Here's a wind to pitch. Oh my goodness, that ball crushed. And please don't be oh, what a catch! Eli White with the catch. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Eli with the extension. That's your boy, Kool-Aid. Sale is our current, I would say he's our current Smokesy. He's our current Smokesy. And I'm going to say it right now, man. I feel like Chris Sale is the fifth best pitcher in Braves history. Here's one in the pitch. What's up, T. Terry? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. Yep, RIP Bobby. That's why they got to win, man. They got to win for Bobby tonight. Here's one in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Let's go, man. Go sit down. Looking pretty good to me, Kool-Aid. Let's go. Let's go, Spence. Into the second inning. Spencer Strider. Let's go. Got a one-hitter going on. He need to learn how to pitch. Looking good to me. On pace with Walt, joining Snit and Bobby as the greatest managers in Braves history. There's such a disparity between Bobby and everybody else. They said it during the broadcast. I absolutely agree. Hank Aaron and Bobby Cox are the two greatest Braves of all time. That can't even be debated. It definitely won't be debated on this channel. Those are the two greatest Braves ever. Period. Period. Period, point blank. So yeah. Kool-Aid said wrong time. I don't see Money Mike commercial. I see some other commercial. What is this commercial? I don't know what this Goodwill commercial look like. Yeah, Ted and Bobby passing in the same week is crazy. All right. I don't speak of anything outside of Atlanta. You know me. I don't care about the St. Louis Hawks. I don't care about the Milwaukee Braves or the Boston Braves or the Boston Bean Eaters. So I don't care nothing about that. In an Atlanta uniform. Even Hank Aaron in his older age is still the best player to ever put on the Atlanta Braves uniform. And Bobby Cox, all encompassing, is the second greatest Brave of all time. Here's one in the pitch. Joe Torre was garbage here. Joe Torre was great with the Yankees. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, Hank Aaron made like 25 straight All-Star games. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Hank Aaron is just a top 5 player all time. Here's one to pitch. Money Mike hit that thing down the line. Foul ball. Money Mike been ripping it lately. Oh, they got 4 as an organization. Here's one to pitch. But I only count, you know what I'm saying, 2. The ones in Atlanta. I got the banner right there, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I only count the ones in Atlanta. Here's one to pitch, and Money Mike reach out, get it. Second baseman got it, throws him out. Good defensive play. Trey is one of the best Hawks to get us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yes, he is, Kool-Aid. Yes, he is. But the Hawks' history isn't as robust as the Braves. It's just not. While Dominique is the only Dominique and Mutombo the only Hall of Famers. I don't think Lou Hudson is. Pete Maravich never played. Oh, he played like what, 1 year, 1 to 2 years, and then went to the Jazz. So yeah. So yeah. All right, man. Atlanta Braves, mind you. I don't count Pettit because Pettit was St. Louis. If you want to count the entire like organizational history, then of course he's the best player in Hawks history. All right, 1 and 2 is a count. Here's the one to pitch. Swing and a miss. Sean Murphy continue his woes with the bat. He had the surgery. Can't blame that anymore on the surgery. Bree said, I think I'm a believer now. You think you're a believer now? Well, this will be the 40th game. But we ain't won this series yet, man. We ain't even won the game yet. Here's one to pitch. That ball inside. Yeah, Murph. I don't know if Murph need glasses or what. Contacts. He do play with sports glasses, though. Here's one to pitch. That ball fouled off. Eli White off the bat. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, in the franchise history, Pettit is the best player ever. It's not even close. Here's one to pitch. But Atlanta Brave is Dominique, and it's not close. Now, do you want to argue as Atlanta Hawk, is it Trey or is it Joe Johnson? That's the real debate. That's the real debate. Here's the one to pitch, and that ball hit down the third base line, foul ball. Is it Trey, Joe Johnson? I would say Mutombo since he's in the Hall of Fame. But Mutombo wasn't here long enough, but he does have his number retired here. His jersey retired. So I could say Mutombo also. Pistol Pete had the same amount of years as the Kimbe. Okay. And that ball hit right there. Throw across. Oh, he threw it over that man's head. Safe. Eli White with the hustle. Horrible throw right there by Kim. Hold up. It's another H.S. Kim? Hold up. Isn't that Kim named H.S. Kim also? Is that his little bro? Hold on, am I tripping? Steve Smith? Yeah, I like Steve Smith. Here's the one in the pitch. That ball fouled off. Mateo going for the fences. I could take a little 2-out chicanery right now. College player, yes. College player, I agree with that. NBA, no. Georgia Dog. College player, Georgia Bulldogs beat Jordan team. So yeah. Here's the one in the pitch when they went head to head. But that was a younger Jordan. That's a year before Jordan came in. So he had to grow a little bit more. Here's one in the pitch. Strike. Caught him looking. Mateo just looking, throw the bat. All right, whatever. 5-0. Going to the bottom half of the third inning. Oh yeah, the dream came back. Let's go. I'm a biased Hawks fan, obviously. Of course. Now, Jordan played both sides of the ball, man. I can't put Dominique over Jordan. Offensively, they were comparable at a time, but Jordan played both sides of the ball, man. I mean, any Hawks fan can't look themselves in the mirror and say, nah, I can't. I know that's why I said Neek was better in college. But that was a stacked team that Neek beat. I can't even remember who was on Neek's team. All I know is that was one of the most stacked college teams ever, and Dominique beat them. And that was that was his whole career. Facing off against monstrosity teams. College. Then the pros. Went from the Celtics dominating to the Pistons to the Bulls. We never saw a reprieve until 95, and then we traded them away. His best chance to win. He owned the Knicks. He owned the Pacers. He owned the Magic. And we just, oh my goodness, man. And that wasn't it. And that team on paper really wasn't even that good. They just had a lot of chemistry because they was together a while. Strider looking good. I thought they beat UNC. Okay, my bad. I know Southside, I know. And all that hate for Dyson y'all be giving. He the only one seemed like that can control Brunson. Brunson going crazy on everybody that put the 76ers put on him. That dude, all right, the last game, he went off. That's the only game that I seen him score like 5 or 6 shots on Dyson. All right, winding the pitch. Yeah, that's a strike. That's a strikeout right there. Great curveball. Great curveball by Spencer Strider. Get him up out of there. Go sit down, man. I'm playing the chair right now. Stop playing with Spencer Strider. Go sit down. Get him up out of here. VJ ain't doing fine. He getting cooked. He getting fricasseed. He ain't doing no fine job. He getting cooked. Here's a wind the pitch. Every time I'm looking, VJ getting shot over. Brunson going right to the basket or pulling up jumper, laying him off and shooting the J in his face. Man, he doing whatever he want to. This is the Brunson series right here. Is a wind the pitch. And then they get unfair when they give it to Cat. And Cat just picking people apart with the dribble handoff passes. Let's go, Dream. All right, here's one the pitch. Great pitch. Strike three. Get him up out of there. Spencer Strider. That's 6 chairs in the chat. Spencer Strider looking good. Kool-Aid said he need to learn how to pitch again. He's still recovering from the injury, guys. Y'all got to give that man some grace. He's the pitcher that did not go get Tommy John. He let his arm heal doing a brace. So he had to heal naturally. He had to gain his touch. He needed a year to gain his touch and get his velocity back. Here's the wind the pitch. That ball in the dirt. Shohei Ohtani up the bat. Yes, the Hawks saw that playoff referees give preferential treatment to the big cities. That's what they saw. That and our coach need to adjust. Game to game. Don't just come in with a game plan and think that's going to last for the entire series. That's why we lost. Here's one the pitch. They changed the offense from running through Brunson to running through Cat, and it bamboozled. I know we don't have nobody for Cat, but still, it bamboozled us. Here's the one in the pitch. Strike. Oh, Spencer Strider dealing. 80-mile-per-hour curveball at the top outer part of the plate. Love to see it. 2-2 to count. Let's go. Let's go, Spence. Here's the wind in the pitch. That ball hit right there. Matteo, underhand throw. Steps on the bag. Got him. Let's go. Get out of here. Let's go. Tim Bob, how you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. It's time for you. Let's go. Oh, so that's what I'm remembering. That's when Neek left. So thank you, Tim Bob. I'm remembering the wrong team. That team beat UNC, not Dominique. My bad. My bad. Kool-Aid, he throwing 97 miles per hour. Kool-Aid, how many games you don't watch this season? How many full games have you watched this season? He throwing 97, 98 mile per hour. He got his fastball back. Again, he just got to learn how to control it like he did prior to. But it's finally back. Like last season, he didn't have it. He maxed out at 94, 95. That was it. He was never touching 90, 97, 98. Never. But now he's finally starting to get that strength back in his arm. Remember, he didn't have Tommy John surgery. So when you don't have Tommy John surgery, man, it's hit or miss if you're going to gain that velocity back. Good thing is it seemed like he got it. In the minor leagues, he hit 99 with the Gwinnett Stripers. So he got it in there deep when he needed. But I've seen him in the past 2 starts, he's hit 98 in each start. So let's see if he can get in this one. Exactly. Like, especially if you don't have Tommy John and you just have the brace and you don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them dig up in there. Then it's going to take a while for that arm to heal back up and him to get his elasticity and that speed, that kick. Because last year he was just trying to find, he had to find that motion because he would throw it 95, sometimes 96, but he was living in 93 and 94. And it had no tail and motion in it. Like, that's what makes it so fast. You can't throw a straight line fastball in this day and age. It'll get crushed. But if you got a little hook action, a little tail action on it, those are the fastballs you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a little downward bite on it. Those are the fastballs you want because they're harder to hit. They got a little motion. They make your eyes move a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of major leaguers. Oh, that's a base hit right there, right into the gap. Good hit by Dubon. Dubon looking good. Hey, look, I might have been wrong about Ozzie Albies leading off. It should be Dubon. Because remember when we were all sitting here in spring training and Dubon was coming up because Ronald was at the World Baseball Classic. Dubon was hitting like 330, 350 as the leadoff hitter. Okay? But we all knew he wasn't going to do that because that is Ronald's job. But Dubon, and then we still had Pofar at the time, and basically if Ronald was going to do it, then Pofar was going to do it. But when Pofar and Ronald was gone, Dubon was doing it, and he was doing it at an excellent clip. Here's a winding pitch. Drake Baldwin is 1-1 his account. That ball way low and outside. Dryer is up in there pitching now. We got a new pitcher. Dubon been built. Hey, look. Dubon been balling so much, and that ball hit right there by Drake Baldwin. And that's 1 and 2. Yes, just got it. Drake. Drake hits into a double play. Wump in the chat. Dubon been playing so well that even when Kim come back, actually, you know what? Mike Yastrzemski will go to the bench. Him and Eli White will not have to play Dubon to play the outfield. That's about how I feel about it right now. Dubon to play the outfield and left field and let Kim play shortstop. Here's the winding pitch. Kim a better defensive shortstop anyway. Ozzie Albies chops it in the ground and Dryer throws him out. Freddie Freeman applies the tag on a pass by. All right, guys, it's 5-0 going to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Appreciate every last one of you guys coming in. You guys are absolutely awesome, man. Nobody told you were awesome today. We will. We sure will. But yeah, man, like, here's the thing. We all want Spencer Strider to come back like his rookie season or the second season. Unfortunately, had a bad arm injury, and he's still finding his way, but he looks much better than he did last year. I can't say that. At least in these short little stints, he looked much better. Like, just his stuff looks like it's popping out of his hand. You know what I'm saying? Last year, it was a lot of straight arrow. There's a lot of straight arrow pitcher machine fastballs. That's why I call them pitcher machine fastballs. They got no curve, no tail in action, no fish hook, no nothing. The thing straight as an arrow pitching jugs machine. The jugs machine fastballs is what they practice against. You can't run no 95 mile per hour jugs machine fastball up against a Major League Baseball hitter. Not this day and age. They train for that. Dream up by 1. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so Georgia Dog says that Dominic is the best Atlanta Hawk in franchise history, with Joe Johnson being his second best. Okay, I can see it, and that's why I say that's the debate. The debate really is Trae Young better than Joe Johnson? That's the debate. I would say that Joe Johnson teams were better than Trae Young's. I feel like Joe Johnson had the most talented teams in Hawks history, personally. Here's one the pitch. That's me personally. But still, here's one to pitch. Joe Johnson is the best two-way player in Hawks history. That ain't up for debate. Joe Johnson is the best two-way player in Hawks history. Here's one to pitch. And Freddie Freeman chops it in the ground. Strider got it, throws him out quickly. What a defensive play by Strider. Dream win 90-91. Let's go. Dubs in the chat. We finna get a double dub. Let's go, man. Dubs in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, I thought they were down by like 15. Down by 20. Oh, my goodness.
Dominique was more than a dunker. You don't score over 26,000 points just with dunks.
Man, Dominique had one of the best bank shots in all of basketball.
The Birdcagel C says. W. Atlenthusiast says. W.
Strike. Trying to get that double dub. The dream that's put that dub up. Let's go.
Atlenthusiast says. Angel Reese came winning block.
Let's go.
Georgia Dog S6H says.
Let's go, Angel.
W.
Let's go. And guys, we need that. We had no rim protection. Because BG was always hurt.
Mike Geiger 7.
Brittany Griner was always hurt.
Says. Lakers are losing LOL. Atacolate drinkers.
Oh yeah, Lakers gonna get swept, man. Lakers getting swept.
Joe was good. No ECF appearance.
Yeah, but I think Joe Johnson team. Oh man, Quinn is better. Yeah, Quinn is better than Mike. Than Mike Woodson. Yeah, I can say that. 3-1 account. 3-1 account. Here's the one to pitch, and he walked him. So Spencer Strider gives up a walk right now. Will Smith, always a thorn in our side, is on first base. At least he's not that fast. He's about as fast as Freddie and Austin Riley, and they can steal bases. So, you know, if you are too lax with your windup. Here's one to pitch. Strike right at the knees. That's definitely a strike. Yes, sir. Good challenge by Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy, now that first game, man, Sean Murphy was acting like he couldn't see. Strike. Good call by Murph. Let's go. Yeah, umpire, you're not getting the Dodgers back in this game, bro. Yeah, Blue. No assists. All right, Kyle Tucker out the bat. Here's the one to pitch. That ball in the dirt. Good defense by Sean Murphy. Joe Johnson never went to the Eastern Conference Finals, guys. He never made it out of the second round. That was Al Horford. Al Horford went to the Eastern Conference Final, not Joe Johnson. Here's the one to pitch. That ball way outside. Two on the count. Here's the one to pitch. That ball hit right there. Ozzie Albies got 1 and 2. No. Threw him out the bat. Bad throw by Mateo. Bad throw by Mateo. And the rookie not playing because he threw the ball into the dugout. But that was an easy double play. Easy double play, not turn. Oh, man. Hopefully this won't come back to haunt us. No, that was Cal Corver, Carroll, Damari Carroll, Jeff Teague team and Al Horford. Here's one in the pitch. That's who made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Joe Johnson was gone. It is the bottom half of the fourth inning. 2 outs, runner at first base. 1-1 is the count. Here's the one in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Al Horford threw dirt on the city. So that's why we don't care about him no more. Here's the one in the pitch. Trae Young is gone now. You know. Trae Young have his jersey retired here. 100%. Trae Young will have his jersey retired here, guys. 100%. Al Horford, bump him. Any a Gator, there's extra reason to not like him. All right. Ball fouled off. But I do own an Al Horford jersey. Yep. And I will say this, Al Horford was the 3rd best draft pick we've had. Trae Young was 2nd. Really, Trae Young was... man. Nah. All right. Both of them were draft day trades because Dominique was a draft day trade and Trae Young was a draft day trade. So technically, Al Horford was the best draft pick we had. That wasn't a draft day trade. Wow. Al Horford was the best draft pick we've had in Atlanta Hawks history. That was not a draft day trade. Here's the one in the pitch, and that ball fouled off. 3-2 to count. T. Korver, Johnson, Smith, Millsap. No, they did. No, Ryan, that was the first round. In 2008, that was the first round. And those were 2 of the 4 losses they had in the playoffs. I went to it. I was there. I got the rally towel to prove it. Yeah. We didn't make the Eastern Conference Finals. That was the first round. And we played the Celtics the toughest. We took them to 7. They beat everybody else in 5. 5 or the only person that was on the 2015 team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals was Al Horford. Joe Johnson was gone. All those guys were gone, man. It was Korver. I told you it was T. Korver. Because remember, it was T. It was Korver. It was DeMarre Carroll. It was Al Horford and Joe Johnson. Not Joe Johnson, but who was this? Who was the shooting guard? Cause Korver. Well, I guess Korver was a shooting guard. He was T. Korver, Carroll, Al Horford, and who was our power forward? Who was that? It wasn't Josh because Josh was gone already. Paul Millsap. Yeah, my bad. Why am I forgetting Millsap? Yeah, so yeah, Millsap. Our only All-Star. So yeah. That was the 61 win team, the most wins in franchise history. Made it to Eastern Conference Finals. Our first time making it to Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, Millsap. There's a lot of people that don't respect Millsap either. And that's what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, I feel like the Joe Johnson team was better than that team. I feel like that was the most talented team we ever had. But either iteration with Bibby or with Jeff Teague. No. We didn't have Teague. We didn't have Teague with Joe Johnson, I don't think. Or was he just a rookie 1 year? Yeah, he was just a rookie 1 year, and then Joe Johnson got traded. Here's the wind the pitch. Chris, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, Chris is right. It was Millsap. Yeah, Millsap is my guy. Yeah, they had 4 All-Stars. They all got All-Stars as a gimmick because DeMar Carroll was never no damn. Come on, man. Corbett wasn't no All-Star. And they put them all in at the same time. They all rode the bench, even though I think Joe Johnson was a starter. But everybody else rode the bench. It was crazy. Here's a winding pitch, but they all came in at the same time. Just as a gimmick. Like, come on, guys. Because they didn't lose in a month. That was the best coach team ever. Coach Bud is the best coach, not Mike Fratello or Huey Brown. Like, most people think either Mike Fratello or Huey Brown is the best coach. And that's the best manager right there, Bobby. And Pat Williams, look at Pat. Bobby. Get him, Bobby. R.I.P. Bobby Cox, man. R.I.P. to my GOAT. All right, man. Top half of the 5th inning, man. Braves on top, 5-0. Love to see it. We're going to agree to disagree. I'm not a Lenny Wilkens fan at all. But recent developments that I didn't know about might change my mind. But nah, I'm just not a Lenny Wilkens fan, personally. Georgia Dog wondered if I ever say Quinn Snyder is the greatest coach in Hawks history. What I will say is Quinn Snyder is a better coach than Mike Woodson. Quinn Snyder is a better coach than Larry Drew. Quinn Snyder is a better coach than Lon Kruger. Bob Weiss. He's a better coach than Bob Weiss. I mean, I'm just naming off terrible coaches that we've had to deal with over the history. All right, Ryan. Okay, Ryan. Bobby the GOAT. That's my GOAT. Here's the one in the pitch. Whoa, that ball way up by Austin Riley head. A head hunting now? That's 1 out right now. 1 and 2 is a count for Austin Riley. Henriquez is up the pitching. Oh, this is his first batter. Well, what's the name was his first batter? All right, 2 and 2 to count. F ball. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Yep. R.I.P. Bobby. Here's the one in the pitch. That ball fouled off. 2 and 2 to count. It's better to be lucky than good. Luck is a product of preparation. Only thing that's truly lucky when you do something that you normally don't do or never train for and it goes in. You know what I'm saying? Here's a wind the pitch. That ball fouled off. Still 2-2 to count. ATL enthusiasts, look, man, I wouldn't even stress about that because Quinn Snyder going to be here for years. Here's a wind and pitch. 3-2 to count. Here's a wind and pitch. I would say Joe Torre before Walt Weiss. But again, I think Joe Torre won the division once as a Braves manager. I think it was once. But either way, Walt got a hey, walk it out. Let's go. Austin Riley inducing the walk. Let's go. 1 out, Walt. Let's go. We got to run that first base with 1 out. Walt, if he wins the division, Bobby is the best coach in Atlanta pro sports. Yes, by far. Not even close. Not even close. Here's a wind the pitch. I mean, it's a debate between Joe Torre, Bobby Cox, La Russa as who's the best manager of all time. Like, that's where Bobby's at. Bobby's at least top 5. Here's the wind the pitch. Swing and a miss. Horrible swing by Money Mike. He was golfing right there. Horrible swing. Should have never swung at that. If you got to bend your arm and turn it like this, you shouldn't be swinging at it. That's a golf swing. Here's the wind the pitch. Strike 2. That pitch arm angle looked just like that slider he swung at. Kool-Aid, that's 100% facts, Kool-Aid. Here's the wind the pitch. Oh, yeah, Money Mike got a hold of one. It's going bad to the wall. Off the wall, Money Mike with a stand-up double. Austin Riley coming around the bases. There's a play at the plate. Safe. Yes. Let's go, Money Mike with the stand-up double. Money in the chat. Money in the chat.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Money Mike. Money in the chat, man. All that money in the chat. Let's go. Let's go, man. Great slide by Austin Riley. Whee! Yes. Here's a wind the pitch. Great slide by Austin Riley. Let's get it. Austin Riley hurt his hand, though. Uh-oh. Yeah, he hurt his hand a little bit. Don't want to see that. Here's a wind the pitch. Check swing. Strike. Sean Murphy got a hole in his bat. Mr. Green, how you doing? Appreciate you coming through. This sounded for you. Let's get it. Money Mike getting back on base. Here's one the pitch. And Sean Murphy hits it down the first base line, and he's out. And he continued his woes. Man, his trade value is going to poop. Like, I know we don't want to keep his salary, and, you know, most likely they're going to extend Drake Baldwin. Maybe they'll wait till after this season, but The cost is gonna go up if he's in the MVP race. Try to get him on a little sweetheart deal, like they did with Ronald and Ozzie. Well, not like Ozzie. Ozzie got raked over the coals. They should be ashamed of themselves, to be honest. Dan Reeves is my favorite Falcon coach of all time. Arthur Blank fired him. Big mistake. Yeah, it was. C Money, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. The YouTube is called the DIXON Way, man. YouTube is called the DIXON Way. Welcome to the stream, man, on TikTok. I see you. Too fast, too furious. That's right. Let's go, Big Dom.
Isocrax7 says. Big DOM too fast, too furious.
It's either him or Mike Smith. It's either him or Mike Smith, to be honest. Here's one to pitch. That's a strike. Good pitch. Let's go, Dom. All right, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. 6-0 right now. Braves got 6 runs. Shout out to the Atlanta Dream, win in impressive fashion. Angel Reese got the game-winning block. Can't wait to see those highlights. Here's the one to pitch. Swing and a miss. We did have that scheduled to do that game, but the Braves versus Dodgers was such an important series. I really couldn't do it. Because I mean, even more than Breezy, I've been looking forward to this series. So, yeah. Here's the one to pitch. That ball in the dirt. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely excited about the Dream season. Because I feel like it's championship or bust for them. And I think they feel that way also. Georgia Dog, that ain't going to happen off a rookie deal. What's up, Ayers? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. I see you. That sounded for you. All right, 1-2 is the count. Here's the wind to pitch. Dom. Great patience. Ball. Good eye. 2-2 to count. Let's go, Dom. Too fast, too furious. He was until he changed everything up in the Super Bowl. There's several accounts that we did everything but backwards. And Dom hit it down the line. Oh, he caught that. Wow, what a catch by Max Muncy. Great defense by Max Muncy. Oh, nobody mentioned Quinn because we don't consider Quinn as a great head coach. We all know that was all Shanahan. That was all Shanahan. And Shanahan didn't get out of his way and got too cocky about it and just ran the ball, we would have won the Super Bowl. Get a ball to the real Matty Ice with Matt Bryant, who's the most accurate kicker that season, a 22-yarder. You could have kneeled the ball 3 times. They ain't have no more timeouts. But yeah. So yeah, C Money, man. The DIXON Way is a YouTube channel. The Hawks might draft at 23. The center. Who? I had to look him up, T. Terry. I had to look him up. Yeah, Mike Smith is the best coach in Falcon history. Liam Bennett is the dummy of all history. I said it. We don't run up scores here. What I'm gonna do, I'll probably just get on the stream with Damon instead of streaming it myself because we got a game at 4. So I don't want to have to, stop the stream and change all the way over and get the event ready. I would just rather be on the mound stream and then go and start up. And then start up the Braves stream. Because the Braves come on at 4. The draft lottery's at 3. Hawks need rim protection ASAP. Yeah, they do. Here's the one in the pitch. They need rim protection and rebounding. Defensive rebounding. They might have took it to 7 if they did. They might have won game 1 and 2. No, Quinn not getting fired at all. Chop Pasadena. What's up, man? Shohei Ohtani was never on Barry Bond level. As a batter, no. Ooh. As a batter, no. But a person that can pitch and bat, you never seen that. I never seen it. The only person that done that is Babe Ruth. And you don't see video of that. So here's one to pitch. But as a hitter, no. Barry Bonds and Tony Gwynn are the 2 best hitters I ever seen. Here's the one to pitch. And that's popped up. Matty O got it. That's out number 1. Barry Bonds with average and power, and then Tony Gwynn just for average. No power. 2 best hitters I ever saw. Not even close. Yep. All right, here's the one to pitch. Woo, Slider is back. Y'all in trouble. The Slider is back. Man, they keep showing Bobby stuff, man. Y'all trying to get me all emotional. Here's the one to pitch. My skipper gone, man. Coach Carl is excellent. I wish Coach Carl would coach the Hawks after they win this championship this year. Coach Carl is excellent. He's an excellent coach. Now, he does love the 3-pointer a lot, but he also actually coaches. Like, Coach Carl will get out of his own way and do stuff that he normally wouldn't do. He coaches. Here's the one to pitch. He just ain't excellent and old. That's a pop-up in foul territory. Matty O looking just foul. Nope, it hit the net. If it hits the net first, you can't catch it. Can the Braves make a deep playoff run? Well, Chop Pasadena, right now we're looking good. I still want to see the team. I normally count games in 40-game intervals. This is game number 40. So the first quarter of the season, that's how I rate it. Then the second quarter, that's halfway. Then the third quarter, and then the home stretch. That's how I view baseball since it's such a long season. And the team that you get in the first 40 may not be the same team you get in the last 40. So, yeah, for me, it's kind of early. But the way we're playing right now, yeah, we definitely got a chance. Here's the one to pitch. And this series, that's a walk right there. Spencer Strider, what's that, his second walk? This series and the Cubs are playing. The Cubs are tied with us right now for best record in baseball. This series will go a long way, and the Cubs series will go a long way to try to project what we could do possibly if we make it to the playoffs. Here's the one to pitch. Swing got a miss. Good pitch by Strider. Slider. That Strider slider is back. Hai Sung Kim. Here's the one in the pitch. Tim Bob, I disagree. Barry Bonds was already a Hall of Famer before he ever did any alleged performance enhancing drugs. All right, and that's an out, force out at second base. Now, that actually was a good defensive play by Mateo. Glad he didn't try to throw him out. Just take the easy out. You're never gonna throw that guy out. Yeah, Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer in Pittsburgh. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not have revisionist history, man. Like, that dude was already a Hall of Famer. He wasn't McGwire or Sosa, who was nothing without steroids. There's a difference. McGwire and Sosa was nothing without steroids. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer. He just did it because he kept seeing his contemporaries going around doing it and not getting caught. I don't condone it. I just think it was baseball, let it happen. Here's the one in the pitch. I think it's very hypocritical for baseball to keep him out when they allowed him to do it, when they allowed the league to do it. When Brady Anderson hits 50 home runs as a leadoff hitter, never happened before. 1 year, gets a huge contract. Javi Lopez comes back, hit 40. Let me stop. 0-2 the count. Javi Lopez looked like a skinny kid, came back all jacked up. What did he hit? 30, 40 home runs that next season? Come on, man. It was running rampant. Ronnie is nowhere near Barry Bonds. Ronnie, look, man. Ronald, all right, and we got a challenge right here. Now, he's safe. He's safe. He's safe. Ronnie got to stay healthy, or he not going to surpass Freddie as a Brave. Talent-wise, Ronnie is probably the second most talented player to ever walk through the Braves clubhouse. Talent-wise. Even Chipper Jones said that. Talent-wise, Ronald's off the charts. But he got to live up to it, his injuries and all that. It is what it is. He plays year-round ball. Someone need to tell him stop playing year-round. What is he, 26? But he probably got the body of a 32-year-old. He probably got the body of a 32-year-old. Because he played years around. He don't ever give his body time to rest. Ever. I know Ray Bud. I understand it. Here's the one in the pitch, swing and a miss. Let's go, man. Strike three. Let's go sit down. Spencer Strider showing some emotion. Strider with 7 strikeouts, 7 chairs in the chat, guys. 7 chairs in the chat. And guys, we don't mark our strikeouts with K's. We do chairs. That's why I play that sounder. Go sit down. Steve, what's up, Steve? Exactly, Steve. Exactly. Chicks did the long ball. All of that. All of that, man. And McGuire been McGuire been juicing since the A's. It just got really out of hand with when he got to St. Louis. And them guys were never the same. Like Sammy Sosa, like them guys were never the same after. Come on, man. That's why I never put Barry Bonds with those guys, because them guys were nothing without juicing, man. Like more so, McGuire was a better player his early years as an athletics. Like Sammy Sosa just came out of nowhere. Like, come on, man. Mike Geiger said Bobby Cox is #1 in Braves history. I would still say Hank Aaron, but I would say Bobby Cox is a close second. But there's no player outside of Hank Aaron that's over Bobby Cox. You know? That's just how I view it. I think those are the two most influential Braves in their history. Then after that, it would be John Sherholtz and then Alex Anthopoulos in that order. Because they orchestrated all that. They orchestrated. Without them, we don't have these teams. We don't have a legacy. All right, that ball broke the bat, and Mateo's out, swinging at the first pitch he saw. No, we don't. We don't have another version of Maddox and Glavine on this team. We don't. There's no one that's been like Maddox in the history of baseball. The closest person to Glavine is Bryce Elder, and he throws 94 mile per hour. Glavine fastball was 87 mile per hour. Swing got a miss. That's a horrible swing by DeBond. He was walking backwards trying to hit the ball that could have hit him if he would have stood in the box. No, I said the order. Most influential Braves. Hold on, let's get this. 1-1 is a count. Here's a winding pitch. That ball high. Most influential best Braves in Braves history is Hank Aaron 1, Bobby Cox 2, John Sherholtz 3, and Alex Anthopoulos 4. In that order. Here's a winding pitch. And that ball popped up. Infield pop up. That's out by the second baseman. All right, it's 2 outs, nobody on base. Tim, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream. I see you. Appreciate you coming through. That sounded for you. You said Elder is tomorrow's starter. Funny enough. I'm just talking about stuff, not skill. Tom Glavine was way better than Elder. That's what I'm saying. A guy who maxes out at 87 mile per hour on his fastball, maybe 88, and getting people out like that. Same thing with Maddox, man. Maddox could get up to 91, but he wasn't doing that all the time. It mostly was 90 to 89 mile per hour fastball. But that curveball, that changeup, best changeup in the history of baseball. Not even a question. That thing moved like a wiffle ball. Here's the winding pitch. That ball fouled off. Trey Baldwin up the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ted Turner bought the team. If you want to say Ted Turner is the creator of Brave Country, I can say that. I mean, Ted was smart enough to hire Bobby back and to hire John Sherholtz. Okay, so yeah, I'll put Ted before. All right, so I'll reshuffle that. I'll reshuffle that. When you put it that way, it got to be Ted too. It got to be Ted too, to be honest. If you want to put Ted Turner in there, you got to be 2. Because you don't have none of this without Ted. Here's the one on the pitch. I was just thinking player, manager, or GM. But really and truthfully, yeah, you got to put Ted. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Our fan base is not as big. We got a Hawks or Falcon fan base without Ted. Actually, we got a Falcon fan base without Ted. Here's the one on the pitch. Yeah. All right, Spencer Strider pacing. I think he coming back in. He looking good. Nobody talking to him either. Here's the one on the pitch. Swing and a miss. Drake Baldwin. I think that is the new pitch to get Drake Baldwin out. I think there's a book out on Drake right now. His strikeout pitch is low and inside. Curveball or slider. Preferably curveball, though. If you don't have a good curveball, I hate it for you. You ain't getting him out with a fastball. Unless you got like 100-mile-per-hour joint. But look like that curveball inside is his out pitch now. They're building the resume. He said LeBron need to retire. Oh, well, whatever. He's not. Drake already better than Hobby. Yeah. Drake got a chance if he keeps up at this pace, what he's doing. He got a chance to be the next Freddie Freeman of this team. Like the franchise. The next Ronald Acuna Jr. That's how much talent that kid got. He just got to come to fruition. I got a lot of faith in Drake personally. Undercover Monkaroonie. How you doing? You said you back. I don't know who you are, but welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. It's time for you. Welcome to the stream. Ted brought hope to the Falcons after the Braves dynasty. Bray Tex, how you doing? I'm back. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. This sounded for you also. Welcome to the DIXON WAY stream. And shout out to the Dodgers doing a classic move, putting on roses around Bobby Cox picture they got in a facility. Yeah, Dale Murphy, unfortunately, on the only back-to-back MVP, not in the Hall of Fame, which is crazy. Here's one the pitch. That's a strike. I think everybody loved TBS as a kid. It was free. Number 17 on the channel. Swing and a miss. Let's go, man. Spencer Strider is mowing down Shohei Ohtani, who ain't got a hit. He 0 for 3. Get him up out of here, man. Go sit down. 8 strikeouts for Spence. Kool-Aid said he need to learn how to pitch again. Kool-Aid just be like, man, I ain't watched that many games this year, Larry. Don't put me on Front Street like that. It's all right, Kool-Aid. Spencer Strider is a work in progress. Right now, he's locked in. Next game, he might be, struggling a little bit. But that's baseball. You know what I'm saying? All right, Freddie Freeman 0 for 2. Let's make that 0 for 3. Let's go, Spence. Here's the one to pitch. That ball fouled off. 0 2 to count. Horner was your all-time favorite Brave. Okay, that's what's up. You flip back and forth between the Cubs and the Braves? Okay. Here's the one to pitch. That ball inside. Yeah, the Cubs bit off Atlanta. I'm pretty sure that the Cubs weren't. I think Atlanta was on before. I got to look that up and see who was on first. Here's a winding pitch. And that ball popped up. And Money Mike underneath it. That should be out number 2. Let's go. Georgia Dog said his all-time Braves players is Hank and then Ronnie. Okay. Okay. I don't have an all-time favorite. I'll just say that I think Hank is the best. Here's the winding pitch. That ball outside. Here's the winding pitch. Okay, Kool-Aid. Yeah, WCW. Yeah, wrestling. That's when I used to watch wrestling. When wrestling used to come on Saturday morning. 1-2 of the count when they were wrestling at the Civic Center. And that ball popped up. Foul ball catch. Let's go. Good catch by Yaz. That's out number 3. So we're going to the top half of the 7th inning, man. And the 6 is zip. Spencer Strider throwing a one-hit shutout. That's right, Zachary. We're playing well tonight. Spencer Strider looking it like his old self. Yep, be up and early to see Sting. Yes, sir. Yep. Hold up. Hey, Kool-Aid, you know there's a thing called the summary. Spencer Strider, like he threw 90. Oh, that can't be right. Oh, his pitch count is up to 91, right? So Spencer Strider's pitch count is up to 91. He's thrown 59 balls for strikes. All right. Call strikes and swing and foul ball, pitch and play. 18, 15, 15, and 9. So he's staying ahead of the hitters. Like, man. He's definitely throwing his fastball a lot. I don't know what you're talking about, Kool-Aid. I really don't. I literally don't know what he's not throwing as many fastballs. Yes, he is. This is the first game he's looked like his normal self. Here's the winding pitch. Oh, slider at the top of the strike zone. He is peppering the strike zone with fastballs. Did he hit 100? No. He has not hit 100 tonight. Here's winding pitch. I think that's about the only difference. He ain't hit 99 and 100 yet. But he's been peppering them with 97 and 96 mile per hour fastballs the entire game. Yeah, and then the fastball, he's locating the fastball. What a catch by the pitcher on Ozzie Albies. That fastball bites so much, that's why the slider is working. That's normally how Spencer Strider works. Fastball, locate fastball, they can't hit it. Now they're wondering, now that Strider slider comes into effect, and that thing be biting. That's when you know Spencer Strider is back to being Spencer Strider, because he's locating with his fastball and then throwing that slider or the curveball on the outside corners with precision. Yeah, that's Strider slider. That's how you finish him off. Matty O hit that thing in the center field. Great hit. Yeah, the curveball or the slider is biting because his fastball got tail movement on it. It did not have that last year. It was straight as an arrow. It was 95, 96 mile per hour, straight as an arrow. It was basically come out of the jugs machine. That's how his fastball looked. It came straight and right at him. That's what they practice with the jugs machine. Most major leaguers can hit that. But now he got that tailing action on it now. Yeah. Now it's back to Spencer Strider. That also disguises his slider and his curveball. Because it's an optical illusion where the arm angle is at. Here's a winding pitch. That ball missed, slider at the top of the zone. Missed about 2 inches above the zone, 82 mile per hour. Austin Riley 0 for 2. What a one is the count right now. Top half of the 7th inning. Here's a winding pitch. That ball outside. That is not a strike. But you know what, Austin Riley, you ain't earned the right to challenge anything. How bad you been hitting, unfortunately. Can't believe that Tampa Bay is at the top of the AL East. There you go. Here's swing and a miss. Yankees ain't playing bad, but Tampa Bay always pop up. Every 5 years, Tampa Bay pop up with a good team. Then they can't keep them. Then they'll play good for 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and then their players leave in free agency because they won't pay them. Levi, what's up, fam? Appreciate you coming through. Here's a winding pitch. I think the pitch clock took a toll on Strider when he came. I agree with that. I agree. Like last year, the pitch clock, his arm, he was trying to heal. That is a great point. If you're trying to heal, you're trying to get back your, you know what I'm saying, your throwing, your velocity and stuff like that, and you're forced to pitch on a pitch count and you're not used to it, it's going to mess with you. And it's going to wear your arm out. Here's the winding pitch. Pitcher these days, I mean, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Nobody closes anything either. No one does a full game, a complete game, excuse me. That's what I was searching for, a complete game. Money Mike up the bat. Here's the winding pitch. That ball popped up in the air. That's out number 3. Let's say drop it. Nope, they did not. All right, guys. It's a 7th inning stretch. Guys, please put the musical notes in the chat to help me sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game remix. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Whole squad ready. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and
Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever come
back, cause it's root for the Braves. If they don't win, it's a shame. Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, they're out in the old ball game. Play ball. Influential Braves on the field. You got, I say Hank Aaron, then Bobby Cox, then John Shohei, then Alex Anthopoulos, and then top 5 Ted Turner, just because he bought the team and finally got out of the way. Ted Turner bought the team, got out of the way, hired John Shohei, who brought Bobby Cox back, and the rest is history. I feel like John Shohei built
built the Braves way. You know what I'm saying? We have a model of consistency and of winning because of John Shohei, not because of Ted Turner. Okay? Ted Turner wasn't that guy until he hired John Shohei. So that's why I put John Shohei. I had to think about it. I was like, you know what? I gotta put John Shohei and Alex Anthopoulos over Ted. Maybe I'll put Ted before Alex. Okay. Yeah, I'll put Ted over Alex and put Alex as 5. So it's Hank Aaron, Bobby Cox, John Shohei, Ted Turner, and then Alex Anthopoulos in that order.
Oh, my bad. I was still in my Darth Vader voice. My bad. Thank you guys for putting the musical notes in the chat. I forgot to switch that. Here's the one to pitch. Strike. We did just pass Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Revenge of the 5th. Terry McGurk is the greatest chairman of all time. I guess we didn't have that with John Shohei. He was the end-all be-all. Now you got somebody that's in between the general manager and I guess team president / chairman. Yeah. Two and two to count. Here's the one to pitch. Timbaugh said, no, I sounded more like Jabba the Hutt. Here's the one to pitch. That ball popped up. That's going to be the first out as long as Mateo catch it. And he did. That's 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the 7th inning, man. Braves in full control of this game, 6-0. Love to see it. Yeah, I know. I saw the commercial.
Breezy 1500
I saw the trailer. Looked pretty interesting.
E-Man is coming out with a movie in June.
I think that movie should have came out, I don't know, 1999. Or did they come out with a He-Man before? I can't remember. Either way, here's one in the pitch. I think the technology finally caught up with the actual cartoon. They did do an anime, but I really didn't watch it that much. Here's one in the pitch. That's a strike right there. Dylan Lee looking good. Let's go, Dylan. At least no bummer. We're going to have to do something, man. He's our other left-hand reliever, man. You can't continue to suck. Strike 2. Let's go. 1 and 2 is the count. Nice change up, 86 miles per hour. Let's go, Dylan Lee. Here's one in the pitch. That ball fouled off. T. Terry want Arthur Blank to buy the Braves. Arthur Blank with the Braves will be broken. Arthur Blank would definitely spend money. 100%. Here's the one in the pitch. And that ball squirts through. Golly, what a good hit right there. All right, that's a single. By Page. Yeah. Arthur Blank will be an excellent baseball coach. Or basketball. But definitely baseball. Arthur Blank will spare no expense. And everybody that hate us because we would be worse than the Yankees if Arthur Blank owned the Braves. Arthur Blank's like, how much I'm making revenue with all these, with Braves country and you know. Yeah, he would definitely be like, okay, I'm putting it right back in. That ball struck going back to the warning track. That's out. That's out number 2. Runner goes back to first base. Let's go. Gibby in the building. What's up, Gibby?
Sergeant Gibby says, we would fail to make the playoffs with blank as owner LOL.
No, I doubt that. I doubt that, Gibby. Arthur Blank is known to pay his players. He just put the wrong people in charge. The good thing would be that there's already a winning culture here with the Braves. He wouldn't have to do anything but spend money here. We already have a winning culture here. And he wouldn't disturb that because it was a winning culture. He came in here changing everything because the Falcons was a losing culture. And he wanted his own coach. But if he was the owner of the Braves, we have the Braves way. So he would know not to change that. Hell, we might have won in 2023 if we had Arthur Blank as the owner. He would have went out and got Blake Snell and what was the other pitcher I was trying to get? I'm trying to remember. He was with the White Sox. Was it Cease? Yeah. He would have went out and got Snell and Dylan Cease. He would have got both of those guys. And people would hate the Braves like they hate the Dodgers right now for buying their World Series. BB said Arthur Blank is not a good owner. Yeah, Dylan Cease, yeah. He would have got Dylan Cease and Snell, and we'd have won the championship. Here's a wind the pitch in 21. And throw him out. All right, Mateo wasn't covering second base, so Austin Riley had to go to first base. It don't matter. That was the end of the 7th inning. We're going to the top half of the 8th inning, and the Braves in total domination of the Dodgers right now. 6-0. Yeah, we definitely won in 23 if Arthur Blank was the owner. He would spend the money to go get the relievers that we needed. We would have got what was the reliever? Because San Diego had a sale. Freddie would have never left. Max Fried would have never left. Yeah. Because that's how Arthur Blank rolled. If you was a popular player and, you know what I'm saying, he vibe with you, you'll get paid. Plain and simple. Look how many times Julio got paid. Now, mind you, there's a rift. Whatever was said when Julio left between Arthur Blank and Julio has fractured that relationship. But when here, can't nobody say that Arthur Blank ain't paid nobody. He done paid people. So I think he would be a better Dansby Swanson. Obviously, we should have. Dansby Swanson not going to cover off the ball right now. If you lose Freddie, you want to keep the other guy that was a leader of your team, and that was Dansby Swanson, who grew up as a Georgia boy, loved the Braves, won a championship here. So, yeah, that was a blow to our clubhouse morale. But it did help Ozzie Albies become that new, vocal leader in the clubhouse. What happened in the 28-3 situation? That was dumb Dan Quinn. They ain't had nothing to do with Arthur Blank. Arthur Blank hired everybody. They got to perform on the field. That wasn't Arthur Blank's fault. That was Kyle Shanahan. And we've seen him blow Super Bowls and blow conference finals because of his arrogance. We've seen it. So, yeah, they ain't had nothing to do with Arthur Blank. We should have won the Super Bowl. That was bad coaching, 100%. 1-on-1 is a count. That was horrific. That was the worst coaching job I ever seen. Here's one of the. It was the best and the worst. It was the worst quarter and a half of football I ever seen in my life, coaching. Here's the one in the pitch. That playbook didn't have nothing to do with it. When you're up 9, no, when you're up 8. When you're up 8 with 2 minutes left and you got the ball at the 22-yard line, you can kneel the ball 3 times and kick the field goal with the most accurate. And that's a strikeout right there. Sean Murphy got a hole in his bat. He's 0 for 4. Really hurting his trade value. He's playing well defensively, though. He's playing like a backup. He's not an all-star catcher anymore, guys. Unfortunately. But he's better than him. Ain't nobody trying to steal bases on him. They'll get thrown out easily. Here's the one in the pitch. Yaz is like Jared Kelnick, unfortunately. Hopefully he breaks out of his slump. 28-3 was not due to the Patriots cheating. It was due to us choking. It was the worst choke job in the history of sports. Coaching-wise, 100%. 1-on-1s account. Here's the one in the pitch. When you're in the mindset that you got to try to outscore people when you're up by 8 and you got the ball, you just had the greatest pass and catch in franchise history, and you don't run the ball, you're an idiot. You deserve to lose. Here's the one in the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 to count. If we had Bill Belichick in that situation, we win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, you win MVP. We have our parade. Here's the one in the pitch. Swing and a miss. And down goes Yaz. Yeah. Yeah, well, they didn't want to do that because they were in negotiations. I know you're not really thinking about that during the game. I think it was just more ego. They wanted Matt Ryan to win the MVP, so they put it in Matt Ryan's hand. Me personally, I would have ran the ball. Devontae Freeman was up for a contract, and he was averaging 11 yards per carry in that game. He was 7 carries for 77 yards. 11 yards per carry, and we went away from it. We asked him to block instead of running the ball. Okay. Here's the one in the pitch. And that ball hit right up the middle. Good base hit by Mateo. All right. Mateo 2 for 4 for today. Love to see it. One was a little blooper. That was a legit hit right through the middle. Let's go. All right. Can we get some 2-out shenanigans right now? Most road wins this season. Braves #1. Nationals #2. That's surprising. Nationals and Cardinals and Athletics are #2, 3, and 4. That is very, so they're poor at home. But the Braves are great at home or on the road. Here's the one in the pitch. Andrew Bond bailing out. He does that once a game. Once per pitch, actually. Shanahan lose the playbook. It don't matter. It don't matter how he lost it. We still had an opportunity to win if he just ran the ball 3 times and gave it to the real Matty Ice. Or Matty Ice #2, excuse me, not the real Matty Ice. Matty Ice #2 with Matt Bryant, who's the most accurate kicker that season. Here's the one in the pitch. Whoa, that ball up by the head. The Bond had to jump out the way. Yeah, 3-0 to count. Patriots not coming back with less than 2 minutes. And it's an 11-point lead. They would have had to get a touchdown, 3-point conversion, and an onside kick, and then kick a field goal. No. Plain simple. Biggest choke job in the history of sports. 3-0 to count. Here's the one in the pitch. That's a strike right at the knees. Here's the one in the pitch. That ball way outside, and that's a walk. We got 2 runs on with 2 outs. Walk it out in the chat. Let's go. Walk emojis in the chat. Let's get it. I need to watch the turning point in this game. What do you mean, Kool-Aid? What are you talking about, turning point? Here's the one in the pitch. I can't do it right now. I'm broadcasting or commentating the game. Isn't that on MLB, right? Here's the one in the pitch. And Drake Baldwin hits that down the first base line. Let's go. And here come Mateo. There's going to be a play at the plate. Mateo, safe. Yes. 7-0. Chops in the chat. Drake the Rake got his first hit. RBI. Let's get it. Let's go, man. MVP's in the chat. Let's go, man. Runners at the corner, 2 outs. 7-0. Let's go. Let's go, Braves. Top half of the 8th inning. Got to exert our dominance on these Dodgers. Thought it was sweet. Thought, hey, man, we won without Snell on here. We about to beat the Braves. We got Braves fans talking about, oh, we about to lose back-to-back series. Come on, calm down, guys. Here's the one in the pitch. I don't know why he swung at that. Oh, my goodness. That ball bounced up there. Great pitch. Levi said, maybe the Braves are finally adjusting to the bedtime game schedule. I mean, they've been on a long trip, guys. Here's the one in the pitch. They already was on the West Coast. And that ball hit, covered by the pitcher, and he steps on the bag, and that's out number 3. All right, man, the Braves increase the lead. It's 7-0. Two hit shutout. Spencer Strider gave up 1 hit. Dylan Lee gave up another. It's a 2-hit shutout. Let's get it. Yeah, no, it's on Major League Baseball. It's on MLB.com, right? I think all Atlanta is, man. Or well,
I'm so grateful
whoever's
for the Braves.
a Braves fan.
Hope and
Not
believe.
everybody's a Braves fan in Atlanta, surprisingly. But we got a lot of transplants, so that's why that happens. It was like that before. I think like 2023, we were great that season, but horrible on Sundays. Sundays and day games were horrible for us. Yeah, I don't know why. Breeze, you got to get over that, Breeze. Metro Atlanta is Metro Atlanta. You know that, I know that. Don't nobody think of Atlanta as just Fulton County. The only people that think of that are people that live in Fulton County or who have lived in Fulton County. Everyone else that live in the metro counties of Atlanta don't look at it like that. Now, when I lived in Atlanta, I didn't know about I didn't think about DeKalb County. I didn't think about Gwinnett. I didn't think about Clayton County. I didn't think about none of them. It was all Fulton because that's where I lived at. You know what I'm saying? I did not think about no DeKalb County, none of that. Now, all these counties is metro counties. You know what I'm saying? Metro Atlanta spans out the whole county. whenever you had the Olympics and you had Olympics in Gainesville, that's when they established what the metro counties were. That's when they established how far Metro Atlanta goes. That's how I view it now. When I was growing up, Lennox was almost out of town. Here's the one to pitch. Like, I'm serious, guys. When I was growing up, Lennox was out of town. Like, Lennox was on the border. Anything past Lennox was number cows. Here's the one to pitch. Now, you passed 285, it was number farm. Here's the one to pitch. There was no Mall of Georgia. The city done grown so much, man, that people be thinking Madonna is dang on Metro Atlanta. Now, here's the one to pitch. That's almost down to Columbus. Shoot. All right, that's a walk. And Ronaldo Lopez coming in walking people. He does have that problem. That could be advantageous as a relief pitcher. We don't need to walk people. We need to get people out. Here's the one to pitch. That ball, way too low. That's another ball. That's 5 straight balls. You gonna throw a strike there, sir? Now, I was calling for Ronaldo Lopez to go to the bullpen. I just don't think he could take the rigors of a starting pitcher. He don't need to pitch no more than 1 inning. And that is 6 balls in a row for Ronaldo Lopez. I'm having a quick hook. I'm not loading bases up, fooling around with Ronaldo Lopez. I'm not. I don't care about your ego. I don't care about your pride. Get the heck out of here. I do not need to see the Dodgers gain momentum in this game and carry it over to the next game. I need us to whoop these guys since they barely beat us. Oh, yeah, that's a double play. 1, 2. Yes. Great job inducing a double. And see, that's one thing about Ronaldo. He can get a ground ball. He can induce someone into a ground ball hit. All right. Shohei Ohtani up. Here's a wind the pitch with nobody on. He popped it up. He's 0 for 3 for today. Love to see it. With 2 strikeouts. Here's a winding pitch. Shohei fouled that off. 0-2 the count. Quickly behind. Let's get it. I feel like we beat ourselves yesterday. And today kind of shows that the Braves kind of feel like that too. They'll never admit it. You know, they're professional. But I feel like the way they're playing today, they're playing like they feel like they gave a game away. And that's how I feel. I feel like they gave that game away yesterday. Now, kudos to the Dodgers for taking advantage. But I feel like we gave away a game. So, whatever. And that umpire was terrible, but whatever. And tonight, we got in, and I feel like the play yesterday with Money Mike sliding and moving his arm, I feel like that was a momentum breaker. I think we win that game if Money Mike is called safe. I think the whole tune and tenor of that game turns in the Braves' favor. Because baseball is a game of runs, you know. I feel like that killed the run and killed momentum. All right, Shohei having a good at bat right now. 1-2 is the count. Chris Sale on pitch yesterday. Had a great outing. Even though he was kind of struggling, he still had a great out. I mean, to me, I felt like he was fine, personally. Here's the one in the pitch, and that's a high fastball. Wasn't even a strike, and Shohei just hit it. All right, whatever. 2 out, single. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, his hand was definitely on the base, Mike Geiger. It 100% was. Only thing I say is the umpires did not see the last few images that we saw. It was clear that he was on base. It was clear he was never tagged until he touched the bag, and then he tagged him in the stomach, then the jump. Here's the wind to pitch. That ball outside. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shohei finally got a hit. That's fine. Whatever. Let's don't let it turn into a rally. That's all I care about. Here's the wind to pitch. Swing and a miss. Good 4-seam fastball by Lopez. 93 mile per hour. Velocity a little down. Usually at 94, maybe 95 top off. Living at that 93 mile per hour, but if that sliders and curveball is working, then that'll look faster than it normally is. Here's the one to pitch. That ball. Pop foul. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Let's go. Go sit down. There you go, Ronaldo. One share in the chat for Ronaldo Lopez. Don't bring him back out. Bring somebody else out. Do not play him 2 innings. 1 inning, that's it. That way we keep him healthy and keep him locked in. Man, thank all you guys for coming in. Appreciate you. Let's get a little bathroom break right quick. Give a shout out to our friends at Fanatics.
The DIXON Way are officially partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is your one-stop shop in providing officially licensed Atlanta Braves apparel and merchandise. So if you're looking to buy that new Atlanta Braves fit, please use our affiliate QR code or click the link in the description to make your purchase to directly support our channel while looking good doing so. Thank you, and go Braves! The DIXON Way are officially partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is your one-stop shop in providing officially licensed Atlanta Braves apparel and merchandise. So if you're looking to buy that new Atlanta Braves fit, please use our affiliate QR code or click the link in the description to make your purchase to directly support our channel while looking good doing so. Thank you, and go Braves! The DIXON Way are officially partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is your one-stop shop in providing officially licensed Atlanta Braves apparel and merchandise. So if you're looking to buy that new Atlanta Braves fit, please use our affiliate QR code or click the link in the description to make your purchase to directly support our channel while looking good doing so. Thank you, and go Braves! The DIXON Way are officially partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is your one-stop shop in providing officially licensed Atlanta Braves apparel and merchandise. So if you're looking to buy that new Atlanta Braves fit, please use.
All right, here's the one in the pitch. That ball missed. Matty O up the bat. We're in the top half of the ninth inning, man. Braves are in complete control of this game, 7-0, dominating fashion. After handing over the game to them yesterday with the ref assist. All right, 1-1 is the count. Matty O, 2 for 4 for today. 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. Here's the wind the pitch. That ball in the dirt. MVP's in the chat. Seemed like Lopez's arm is a little off with speed. He only tops out at 94, to be honest. I mean, I don't really expect him to hit no 96. He may hit 96 once in a while, but really, he tops off at 94. 93, 94 mile per hour, man. That's his sweet spot. And that's fine for a reliever. You know what I'm saying? Especially with his good curveball. I wanted him to be a starter, but his arm cannot take the rigors of being a starter. And even when him coming in every 5 days pitching, it was just too much. He can't go 80 pitches, man. He just can't. It's either 75 pitches. It should be 75 pitches or the 5th inning. Whichever one come first, that's when he come out. But you can't save your bullpen arm, so what are you doing? You might as well make him a bullpen guy. Swing and a miss. Matty O got struck out by a 95 mile per hour 4-seam fastball at the top of the strike zone. Good placement. Got to have good placement. You're not throwing it hard. DJ Shire. Well, MLB listed him as an MVP candidate. They didn't list Drake Baldwin. They listed Matty O. Here's one in the pitch because Matty O won Player of the Month. Matty O won Player of the Month, so that's what they were listing Matty O as MVP candidate. Also, Riley up the bat. Here's one in the pitch. That's a strike. 1-1 is the count. Here's one in the pitch. Austin Riley hits that through the left side. Let's go. Good hit by Austin Riley. Let's go. Austin Riley 1 for 4. Love to see it. Let's go, Austin. Let's get off this snide. We know how good you are. Let's get back. Beer and Skull in the chat, please. Here's one in the pitch. That ball fouled off. 82 mile per hour slider. Here's a one in the pitch. Swing at a miss. High fastball. 92 mile per hour. Swinging underneath that high fastball. DJ Shy, I think that's more of the Braves making them look like crud. Here's one in the pitch. And they go golfing again. Golfing Harris. Come on, Mike. You ain't got to try to be Tiger Woods. Your last name not Woods, it's Harris. And Money Mike, tip foul. He's out. Strikeout. 2 outs, nobody on. Strike. Sean Murphy, man. I don't know what's going on with Sean Murphy, man. They said it was just because of his injury that he was struggling, but he's back and still out of the same hole in his back. Here's one in the pitch. I don't know if he got the right prescription for his. I would imagine he do. But remember, Sean Murphy didn't wear glasses before. Now he's wearing sport glasses. That ball popped up, and that's out number 3. All right. He said Golfing Harris. Yeah. Basically. All right, we're going to the bottom half of the ninth inning. Excuse me, guys. Braves just need 3 outs so we can cap off this dominate win by them. Hey, baby. Braves built the butt tonight, 7-0. Yeah, ain't playing with them tonight. Yeah, win for Bobby. They were not losing this game. Not tonight. Win for Bobby. Let's go. Wonder if Ronaldo Lopez coming back out. I would go against it. Ronaldo came in, had a good inning. Let him go out. That'll go well for his psyche. We're going to need him for clutch games, big games. Most likely against the Cubs, because the Cubs coming in with the same record as us. They've been on the absolute heater. My cousin been messaging me. He messaged me today. He didn't call me, but he messaged me. And it was like, standings in the National League. Braves 1, Cubs 2, but they got the same record. I'm like, okay, Cubs, whatever. We'll see you guys in the next series. Since you want to get overexcited about what's going on. Oh, babe. Martha Stewart wrong for that. She's trying to promote her Miracle Grow stuff. It's in Hughes Pepper. So I'm like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Ricardo, how you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through. I see you on Twitch. Yeah, Devon has been playing great, man. That's his job, in my opinion. Here's one in the pitch. Maybe he'll go. All right, that ball popped up. Going in the corner. Caught. That's a short porch over there. Only 330. We got deeper outfields in high school out here. 330. That's our porch. That is a short porch over in right field. Not as short as what is it? Not as short as Fenway. Fenway is super short. Here's the winding pitch. Fenway ain't no foul territory. It's just a home run right there. Here's the winding pitch. It got a huge green wall that ain't number like 200 feet, 200 and something feet outwards, but you got to hit it high. And that ball struck down the third base line. That's going to be a double. And Dubon getting that lazily. All right, so 1 out, running in scoring position. No ninth inning shenanigans. Let's go on and clean up, clean house. Here's the winding pitch. The ball way outside. Again, I said I would not use Lopez in back-to-back innings. He's a 1 inning guy, guys. 2-0 to count. Here's the one to pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Looked like it missed, but they ain't want to challenge it, so I'm good with it. They still got both of their challenges. Here's the one to pitch. Oh, that ball, that's a home run. Oh, no, it's not. Yes, it is. It's a home run. And that's what Lopez do. It's the second inning. That's what he'll do. He'll walk a man and then give up a 2-run shot. That's a Lopez special. That's why I say it. Ronaldo Lopez need to be a one-inning guy. But I understand they're using him so we can keep the bullpen fresh. I get it. But yeah, in normal terms, he needs to be a one-inning guy. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I would never come off of that. All right, 7-2. Here's the wind to pitch. That ball in the dirt. That's a ball. Now remember, he had like 6 straight balls until he forced somebody to a double play. So it wasn't like he had a super stellar first inning. He bid on that slider. That's strike 1. 1-1 is the count. Yeah, he used to be a starter, but he also, when we got him from the White Sox, he was a closer. We forced him to be a starter because we had so many injuries. But his arm couldn't take it. He got hurt, came back, and instantly played 1 game last season and was out for the rest of the season. So, yeah. Here's the wind to pitch. And then that ball hit right to Ozzie Albies, bloop right into his hands. That's out number 2. And it's normally how it goes. He gives up a 2-run shot, and then he gets out of the inning. Here's the one to pitch. Strike at the knees. Good pitch by Lopez. Yeah, like it was a 1-run lead. We know that he wouldn't be in there right now. Here's the one to pitch. That ball hit right up the middle, and that's a base hit. All right. Now, Hulk. What's up, Hulk? No, I wouldn't use Iggy or Suarez right now. I would not.
Suarez.
I'm not using them in a 5-run game. Snit used to do that just to give him look-see. Nah. And then the next game we need them, and it's like, oh, they're not available because we used them last night in a meaningless, high-scoring game. Here's a wind to pitch. Again, more things I've seen Walt Weiss do that Snit just wouldn't do. That ball way outside. 2-1 is the count. This is number 8 hole hitter. Ronaldo. We do not need to let the top of the half come back up. That ball fouled off. We do not need the top half of the lineup getting back up there. It's 2 outs. Runner at first base. Get this dude out so we can go ahead and head into the locker room. Like, stop playing, Ronaldo. Here's the one to pitch. And that ball hit to left field, but foul ball. Again, 1 inning for Ronaldo Lopez. Max. Anything else and you're pressing your luck. No whammies, press your luck. Stop. Whammy. Here's one to pitch. And that ball weakly hit right there. Underhand throw, and he's safe. Because Ronaldo Lopez Did not cover. He has a problem doing that. Let's see if he beat it out or did he not. They said check it. Walt White said we need to review that. Nah. Tie goes to the runner. Tie goes to the runner. Tie goes to the runner. He's safe. Tie goes to the runner. That wasn't even worth looking at, Waltz. Plastic. What's up, man? Yeah, do it for Bobby. That's right. Do it for Bobby. Take him out, period. I would, but whatever. Oh, no, he beat it by half a toenail. Oh, my goodness. Ronaldo Lopez beat it by half a toenail. Let's go. That's game, guys. That's game. Bang, he stepped on it before he did. Game over. Dubs in the chat. Let's go.
Mike Geiger 7871 says, take him out, period.
Dubs in the chat, man. Dubs in the chat. Let's go. But then again,
Raybud 5130 says,
yesterday they cheated us. Yesterday they
Mike
cheated
Geiger
us.
7871
So
says,
we'll see.
Tier does not go to the runner. Show me that in the rule book. Breezy 1500 says,
I'm pretty sure that the tie goes to the runner. Well, whatever.
Hawk T2Y says, W.
Yes!
Flashlight 3039
Dubs
says,
in the chat.
W.
W's in the chat. Double dubs in the chat. Because the Dream won today.
7871 says,
Double dubs in the chat. Let's go.
Hawk T2Y says, Elder on the mound tomorrow.
Let's go. Respect your elders. Double dubs in the chat. Let's go.
Oishir ATL says, W.
Yeah. Double dubs in the chat.
W. Smize says, double dub.
That's right. Double dubs in the chat. Because the Dream won and the Braves won. Love to see it.
Breezy 1500 says,
appreciate those emotes.
WW.
The emote wall is live and kicking. Excuse me. Thank you. Now you can only get that on Twitch. Some reason it won't work with the YouTube.
Hawk T2Y says, you calling game tomorrow, Larry?
Yeah. Yeah, Elder is looking good. Elder is looking very good this year, man. Definitely on an all-star pace. He's looking like 2023 Elder. You know, first half of the season Elder. So yeah, hopefully he can continue his winning ways. As the Braves showed total dominance today versus the Dodgers. And we got the rubber game coming up tomorrow, guys. That'll be at 4 p.m. We'll see you guys there. Great win by the Braves today. Definitely showing their dominance today, as they needed to do, and they won for Bobby. So let's go, man. But yeah, the Braves definitely need to get number 6 patch on their arm on the opposite side of the Quick Creek. They definitely need to do that, just like they were wearing Hank Aaron number when he passed. Appreciate that, Ayers, man. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank all you guys for coming in. You guys are absolutely awesome. If ain't nobody told you were awesome today, we will. Player of the game, obviously Spencer Strider, throwing a 2 hits. They only had 2 hits with Spencer Strider, so
Plastic
2 hits shutout.
3039 says, you know
Let's
that
go.
outfield grass will rock the number 6 the rest of the season, hopefully.
Hopefully they did it for Hank. They did it for Hank. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it for Bobby. So we'll see. We'll see. At the very least, they need to have the number 6 patch on their arm. At the very least, or on their lapel, whichever it is, you know what I'm saying? Right here or, right there.
(2001) Southside V7E says, Lakers and Dodgers big LS tonight.
Ha ha! Yeah, the Lakers about to get swept. Lakers are about to get swept as I thought they would. That's no surprise to me, especially without Luka. I think they get swept with Luka personally, but we'll never know that. Luka injury was serious enough that he was never coming back unless they made it to the Western Conference Finals. So yeah, I mean overall it's a good season for the Lakers. No one expecting them to be this good, let alone make it to the second round of the playoffs. So
2001
kudos to them.
Southside V7E says, with Luka maybe they get 1 game.
Yeah, maybe they get 1, maybe they get 2. Luka go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, overall they wouldn't be OKC. OKC gets all the calls. Pretty ridiculous to be honest. But whatever. Well, tomorrow, guys, 4 o'clock. Braves going for another win, trying to start a new win streak of a series wins. Tied up 1-1 right now. The rubber game is tomorrow. Make sure you guys hear. Braves took care of Blake Snell. Love to see it.
Flashlight 3039 says, prayers to the Cox family and the ATL fan base. This win was for you, Bobby.
100%. 100% plastic. 100%. We got a dub for Bobby Cox. Great job by the Braves doing that. All right, guys, we're up out of here, man. You guys have get some rest. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace up. A-Town down.
Oishir ATL says,
double dubs. Dream
Braves
one today,
took care
too.
of business.
Well, yeah. Bobby Cox stuff is really sad, especially them showing all these highlights and stuff like that. That's my manager. All right, guys. Peace.